Hello YouTube family, this is Denise in the little sewing room, and I hope you welcome me back. It's been a couple of years, but I'm back, and I'm back with a vengeance to share some of my adventures over the last 2 years. And the first thing I'd like to share with you, and I'm jumping right in like I never left, is that, as we read the title, The Birth of a Bullet Journal. Yes, I have the book. I have Ryder Carroll's book, Creator of the Bullet Journal. Now, I know on YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram, you can see a plethora of bullet journal layouts and setups. And I have been wanting to have a bullet journal off and on for a long time because I know and have heard how well it increases one's productivity and focus. And I've tried, believe me, I've tried. I'm going to show you one. I'm going to reach right off calendar before I talk about Mr. Carroll. Here, and a reclaimed cover is it's my last attempt at a bullet journal. And I got the overall layout pretty good, but I didn't have the concept. I kept missing the concept. And so the bullet journal went from bullet journal and it morphed into a journal, and then it went back to a bullet journal, and then it went back to, and it just kept on flip-flopping. And finally I said, okay, I want to get this right. Well, to get it right, I had to get the book, because the way I kept getting the concept, the way it was taught to me by looking at some YouTube videos, is I kept seeing a hybrid of the bullet journal because I saw it at its later stage. I needed in its infancy, in its birth. And the book did that. The book made it clear to me, and I am through the book, and I'm doing some refresher and practicing on various parts. And this was born October of 2019 after many attempts. This is my practice bullet journal. It's in a, this was a Rolodex 3-ring binder, which I de-ringed, and I de-ring everything. I'm not a friend of rings. I love string, elastics, and books with a little cord around it, and traveler's notebook insert. And so my baby, it was born in here. Now, don't laugh. Don't laugh. Don't say, "Ooh, what an ugly child." Because that's not what this is great. In this D-ringed Rolodex binder with just a secretarial pocket up front, nothing in the back, I have 3 rings, and in here 3 books. A small book is my So What 2019, and it's exactly what I'm sewing, making, and being creative about. Right here is in the center is the baby. This is what was born in October of this year. Hallelujah. And up front is my continuation of ideas. I write down ideas as I get them. I can't let you see my ideas because I'm like Einstein. I'm brilliant with ideas, right? That's what happens when you're away for 2 years. Okay. I said I was going to have a bullet journal, and I was very determined. And I started with just a general journal. And this is something that I find funny. This is why I like traveler's notebooks. Watch it, watch it, watch. Look at that. Whoa, look at that. What left-handed person wouldn't love something like that? Let me see if I got it centered there for you. I make almost all my inserts myself. I have downloaded some insert ideals from Etsy and some free ones from Boho Berry. But for the most part, I'm always making an insert and a book myself. This is the size I've come to love, and to the point where I've almost gotten rid of every other size. Yes. So I started off with a week on a page. Did that. September, and October 2019. I was still trying to get it together with a week on the page. Nothing else. This basically was like a big to-do list. And then, here we go. I'm going to skip past all those rest of October because it starts in the middle of October when I finally got the book. And I checked mine out at my local library. I didn't buy it. I started to purchase it. Forgive me, Mr. Carroll, for not giving you any money, but still I read your book and I plug it. I decided to check it out because I had so many failed attempts with doing a bullet journal. I thought that this system might not work. Also, I've also read Get It Done, and I thought that would work, but that became just too involved for me. So with the bullet journal, and this may be out of camera, I started off just as he said. I took every little step. I put diapers on it. So I got an index here. I got a key. I got my goals. I got the page number, and I'm still learning how to use the key. So I may have diapers on it, but I haven't learned how to do the feeding program yet on this baby. But I'm getting there. And why I say it's a birth, because everything is still in pencil. Because if I go back and find out I'm not doing something right, I can erase it and start all over. And I've got October, November, and December. And he says in the book, try it for 3 months. And try it just as the basic foundational bullet journal technique for 3 months. And then, you know, you can go ahead and get kind of, get kind of wiggy with it, ziggy with it. I've got my future log, and here was my first aha moment after the index. It's like my first night feeding for the baby. I thought the future log, by all intents as I read it, would meant you wrote down the whole year, and it was for the whole year, it's for the following year that you're working on. So if I'm in 2019, then this whole calendar was supposed to be 2020. Duh. Listen to me now. No, if you're in October 2019, your future is November 2019. And your next future is December 2019. And then your future goes into 2020. Wow. Because I was thinking, I have any idea what's happening way down in 2020. Even though I do have one thing in 2020. No, I got two. But anyway, when that happened, I'm going like, yay! So I've covered up 2 events that I know I'm going to do. Ooh, I got 3. 1, 2, 3. And a big bill. And then came my October. And hopefully that's in focus there. I put in blue so I can know. Also known as my monthly log. This is my monthly log. And here comes that second aha moment when you find out your baby is lactose intolerant and you got to feed them soy milk instead of, you know. So I took and put tasks right here because in the book it did say make your calendar on one page and then make your next page your task or your, what's the other piece of paper? Mental inventory, which is everything that you have to be done that month. Or everything that you want, like brain dump. I put it all here, and of course I ran out of space. I ran out of space. So I went to the next page, which I had already set up as weeklies, and I put a separate sheet of paper over one weekly, wrote down review, wrote down tasks, tried to do a little notation system using my keys, put a little space for notes. Tried that for a week, and I went back, I reviewed. I said, not working, my review blocks are too small. Not working, scheduling jobs scheduling jobs not easily readable. Thoughts, separate my review into another book called my captain's log. And first attempt, last attempt at bullet journal. This is now my captain's log, where I write at the end of the day what I did in terms of my sewing business, thoughts on what I learned, and what I'm going to do. So that's what that calls. So that's how that emerged. So that was good. Okay, so then, since that was too small, I just took a simple sheet of paper and I did a mental inventory, all that, turned over the paper and started on the back. So now I know your mental inventory or task has to be a full page. Okay, so that's settled. My week at a glance, or this is called your daily log, is fine. That worked out fine. That's how I take everything from my task and disseminate it. Cool, no problemo. It got so good, my daily log got so good that I took out my brush pens and headed up this 2 weeks on the 2 pages, a week on each page, and wrote it in with a finality to it. October the 14th through the 27th. Yay! And I see where I'm able to get things done. I'm still having a little trouble putting my keys there, but I'm gonna keep on trying. So I got that. I got the end of the month. And here again, I'm getting more comfortable with it because I brush marked the top of the dates and everything. It's final. But I also put on here Instagram and YouTube, since this was a short week. And that's going to go there until I learn how to put it in the back. Now, this one is my first collection, and that's my bill pay checklist. And my bill pay checklist, I got it all covered up, and I'm trying to see how that's private. And it's something a freebie I downloaded, and it's for the whole year, and I just put what the bill is, the dollar amount, and then I just X off when I pay it. And so that's good, and I've always kept that somewhere. That's something I always did, so I didn't make a new one. On the following page of that, I have my next collection is books I read in 2019. My needs, or this is really actually a wish list. I don't have a lot, so audiobooks that I listen to and videos that I watch, more books I read, and books I want to get from my local library. So those are my collections. Yay! And you can tell I'm getting more comfortable with it because I took a marker and wrote everything in. It's in ink. It's permanent. Yes. And then I actually decorated the page. Girl, you starting to get the hang of this. This baby is starting to walk. Woo! On the next page is a trip I've got planned, and this is the checklist for plane fare. Don't look at that. Because I haven't paid that yet. The bills, I want to make sure all my bills are paid before I go. What wardrobe I need, sites I want to see, how much hotel, any electronics I want to take. What we're going to do with my dogs. Do I need a suitcase or can I get everything in a carry-on? They've got a plan. The family have a plan about what we're going to do. Christmas may be out of town, so they're going to get back with me a plane fare. Always want my bills paid before I leave. How much money I'm going to need for food, wardrobe, dog care again, and where I'm going to stay. Because sometimes when we go out of town with family, I like to stay at a hotel. Yep. Bullet journal is starting to walk. I have November. Look at that. I'm learning how to use my lovely brush pens, Tombow brush pens, which were gifted to me by one of my clients who gave them to me after I completed her wedding gown. And I was just totally blown away. And she said, I want you to have these because whenever I come over, I see you always got pens and markers around, and you write so beautifully on your receipts and invoices. She said, I thought you might like them. Girl, she did not know. I was totally blown away. So November has its own one-page calendar. I've got some traveling, and look, sticker, cutout sticker. And I'm going to digress here because this cutout sticker came from a certain thing. Alright, hold on to it. This is just simply a piece of cardstock from Joann's. It was 25 cents. When I saw it, I said, I'm going to make me a traveler's notebook to go in here for my travel when I go away for Christmas and for my holiday in November. And out of the waste, I was able to cut out this little suitcase, which is like right there, and then this little bag right here, and that little suitcase, and turn them into stickers. And I did some doodling. And I wrote down the fact that I want to have all my bills paid before I go out of town. So my traveler's notebook is going along pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to have November. Like I said, he says try it in its most basic format for 3 months. That was his suggestion in the book. 3 months, and I'm glad. So I've got October, then November I'm starting to put things in ink, and then I'll have December. I have my task / mental inventory, and I gave myself plenty of room to do 2 columns, so I won't have to do a piece of paper. Then I have the goals, and these are my little goals. I put 2019, 2020, but I probably will turn this into monthly goals, and I got that there. They're really big. I had to make and have money. And if you follow me a little bit longer, you'll find out why I made a goal like that. Then on the next page, which I designated in my index, is for my beliefs. The 2 years I've been away from you, YouTube family, a lot of life things happened to me, and I don't fault any of them because I learned from every single thing. And one of the biggest things that occurred is I had one of those experiences happen to me, to my family, that always happens to someone else's family. And I'm going to say it right here up front, as I had my youngest child commit suicide. And that was last year. That was the end of all the ups and downs. That was like, boom. And I didn't think I could take any more. And my beliefs are helping me know that I can. I am a strong person. And so I'm writing down my beliefs because some of my beliefs up until that point were erroneous. And I'm letting those go, and I'm picking up the truth. And as I said, and I'm going to bring another book out for you. Reach over here. This book, I had it at the library when I went and picked up Mr. Carroll's book on the bullet journal. And I was looking for some other books on goal setting. Mr. Brian Tracy wrote this book, Goals, How to Get Everything You Want Faster Than You Thought Possible. Well, I wasn't in a hurry, but I wanted to know more about goal setting. And I read a lot of goal settings because I was in management for many years, and we had to always set goals. And somewhere along the line, I let it go. And he put in there, he says, one thing that'll help you with your goals is to question your beliefs. He said, your beliefs are learned, and sometimes they're not the truth. And over the time, I found out that a lot of things that I had a belief in was not a reality. It was not true. And so I'm putting my beliefs on truth and reality. Okay? So that's my page. And as I get in and focus on it, I'm writing it down. And I'm a analog person, so that helps. I've left 5 pages for the dailies for the month of November, and there's nothing else in there. Nothing else. That's it. That's it. But I know that this bullet journal has just been born because of one, I'm starting to be creative with it. I've got the foundation for it, and I'm gonna go on. This book is not many pages left in it. Probably will be finished by the end of the year. And so here is a magenta Webster pages here, D-ring binder that I purchased, which I never do purchase at retail, but it was on sale and I had that Joanne coupon, so it was a good deal, and had the inserts in it and everything. And I have taken out the binder. I was given a book by my son, who was an artist, and I've had this book and walked around with this book for maybe 4 or 5 years. It was a big book, and I cut off an inch at the top, an inch at the bottom, and another 2 inches off the side so that it would fit in here. And I'm going to hold it to the side, move the ink pen. You can see how I kind of lopped it. I had a ruler and a straight edge. Look at that, look how crooked that is, but I don't mind. It's beautiful paper, because he gave it to me as a sketchbook. I've tried my Tombow markers, my fountain pen, an ink pen, color pencils, all of it writes beautifully, but the thing is my Tombow markers work really well on them. There's a slight bleed through, but I don't mind because I know. And this will be 2020. And because I have the foundation, I know how to set it up. This will probably take me through 2020. It's a big book, yes, but I do not take my bullet journal out of the house. It doesn't have to go out. My business is home based. I'm home all the time. I don't have to take it out. So this will be 2020. But this baby will have got me ready for 2020. I'll know all about how to set it up, and I'll be all ready. So thank you for watching my Birth of a Bullet Journal. My suggestions, don't forget, get the book, both books if you like, but get the book. And don't forget to like and subscribe and tell others about the Little Sewing Room and that she's back. My videos in the future will be about planning, sewing, and lifestyle hacks. Thank you again for watching, and see you in the next video.